Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this first topic of our didactics course. And today we're going to be addressing the idea of principles of learning. To begin, principles of learning according to Edward Thorndike. Well, Thorndike was a researcher and he made a lot of studies on animals. And then all these studies help him to understand a little bit about human behavior and the way we humans learn. And he viewed learning as the process of forming associations or bonds, making connections. So he said that the connection of a certain act with a certain situation will bring a pleasurable experience. Okay? So this will happen if this experience is good, if all the environment helps to reach something suitable for learning. We're going to start about talking of the principle of readiness. Look at this little girl. What do you notice here? Look, her eyes, her hands. All her attention is focused on her food. So the principle of readiness tells us that all senses are set to exposure of new material. So you see, she's eager to taste it. I mean, she's looking forward to feeling, to to feel that food in her mouth. Okay, so it's important when we bring material, we need to have something very interesting for our students. What does it occur when things are repeated? Think about something you have been trying to master in your life, and you have been doing that action every day, every moment probably. So what happened? And maybe this makes me think of when we are trying to reach a good pronunciation of a certain word, because this word is challenging to us. And we do that over and over, we repeat over and over. So the result is, things are best remembered. You get in your mind the pronunciation of the word, the use of a certain grammatical structure, okay? Because you have been repeating the action quite a lot. The principle of exercise is related as well with the idea that complex tasks are not learned in a single situation. And keep this in mind, guys. Many teachers believe that once they have explained a topic, they don't need to review, they don't need to give feedback. Definitely they are wrong, because the brain needs that information. The brain needs repetition at certain intervals. So do not assume that because you taught a topic, it's over. I mean, you need to go back and see how much people remember. Look, this is at the beginning we talk about making connections. Look at these people. These people look very happy. But look at these ones. I mean, this guy looks super unhappy. So connections are strengthened when they are satisfying, and they are weakened when they are unpleasant. So it's all about connecting with people, the way we talk to them. It causes an effect on people, and you can see it here. Let's do some checking questions. And the first one is, learning is viewed according to Thorndike as a connection to the learner or a process of forming connections and bonds. Yep, you're right, it's letter B. Now, connections are strengthened when they are satisfying. So which principle are we talking about here? You're right, it is the principle of effect. Let's continue with our principle of primacy. When we learn something for the first time, we create an impression. So the first time you bring material, try to cause a good impression on your students. Because you see, it's the first impression, so you need to captivate these people. And the other idea about primacy is that what is taught must be right the first time. So this involves correct pronunciation, proper use of vocabulary, and suitable grammar. I can see this principle like a pressure for the teacher, especially if you're a beginner teacher, okay? Because when you begin, I mean, you have a lot of doubts. But in here, you have to make sure that the first thing you teach must be right. So that has to be like, you have to be careful with preparing a lesson. For a while, some seconds, think about something you recently learned. what did you do that helped you to remember that material? Thorndike suggests that when we review and summarize information, this will help the brain to fix it to store that information. Okay, so it's important that when you review and you summarize, you're helping yourself to get that information into your mind, to digest information. The principle of recency also determines the sequence of lectures within a course of instruction. Why? Well, since you need to review every time, you need to see, the sequence that you're going to take for each time that you make a review, and then the connection you're going to make to the new topic. Let's do these comprehension questions. We're going to do true and false activity. So the first question is, strong impressions are secondary in language learning. So according to what you just heard, is that true or false? False, right? Because we talked about that strong impressions are very important in language learning, so they cannot be secondary. Our second question is, review and summarization will enhance the capacity of the brain to retain information. True or false? Yep, very true. Okay, guys, so this is the end of our first presentation. I would like you to go back to the platform and check the information I have uploaded there, and come back to this presentation, because all these questions will help you to clarify certain ideas on principles of learning. Thank you.